Does this help to have Shireen Ebadi speaking out? Let me put that question to Nora Shourd.
Well, she's speaking the truth, and the more truth that's out there, the more it helps us. I mean, obviously the kids are being used as pawns. They're not guilty, of course. And, you know, we hear these charges all the time, and that they're ridiculous charges. But, you know, how we get past this particular problem, we don't know. You know, it's like the Iranian government seems to be asking the United States government for something. The United States government says they can't give it, and here we are in the middle, and our kids are in the middle. So we keep asking for a compassionate release. This is what we do as mothers. We continue to ask for that because obviously there's no reason for them being held this long.
Does it scare you when I'm reading the headlines at the top of the broadcast, the top story, U.S. authorizing major expansion of clandestine military operations abroad that includes intelligence gathering for a possible attack on Iran?
Every time we hear the news, we cringe, okay? If it's related to this country and our country, we cringe because we know that it does have some effect on how long these kids are being held. And it makes us feel helpless in the middle of that politic, not to be able to do anything. So we keep on our track.
So let's talk about how they are keeping themselves sane in prison. Sarah is very isolated, right? You have Josh and Shane are in a prison cell together. Sarah, she's alone?
Sarah's alone 23 hours a day. So what she's decided to do is make a very disciplined day of her day. She exercises 3 hours. She reads 3 or 4 hours. She does grounding exercises and yoga. She sings to herself. She sang some songs for us when we were there that she's made up about freedom. She looks forward to her time with the guys because they give themselves like little assignments. Like today we're going to discuss an ethical question, and then they think about it for 24 hours and they come back and they do this. Or they make something they call prison pie, which is like these ingredients they put together and they take them out to the courtyard and make this little mushy date thing and they eat it. That's prison pie. They have activities every day, almost like they were in school. You know, Sarah is a teacher, so I think she has a lot to do with this assignment thing.
And they see each other for 2 half-hour.
2 half-hour segments, so, you know, they've got to jam it in. They go outside in every kind of weather. They call it, there's a word for it in Farsi, and I'm going to say it wrong, but it means eat fresh air, and it's something like hovahuri. So they go to hovahuri, and this is like what keeps them going every day. They read books, and they write about what they read and discuss it. So they're keeping themselves alive in this way.
When did Shane propose to Sarah, Cindy?
It sounds like January. He said January. We don't know of the specific date, but Josh actually stayed back that portion of the day, and Shane and Sarah went outside, and he had wove a ring for her out of string off of his shirt. So he put that together and proposed to her. It was kind of sweet how they told Nora and I about this proposal. We were on the couch, they sat down on the floor in front of us, held hands and said, "We have something to tell you." Shane said, "I proposed to Sarah." The first thing they asked us is that okay with you? Absolutely. I love Sarah like a daughter. She's an unbelievable woman, and I'm very grateful to have Nora and Sarah both join our family.
Josh will be the best man.
Yes, he will. And really, the connection between all 3 kids is fantastically strong, and I know it's keeping them going. This is a fabulous trio. They have, Nora and Cindy started talking about the organization of the day, but Shane and Josh exercise 2 hours a day. I believe they run in place a certain amount of time. They read books and they discuss in depth certain parts of the book. They study. I believe some of them are studying for their GRE. They have plans for the future. And it's an enormously organized day. You know, they celebrated, I believe, the vernal equinox, which was the Persian New Year, Nowruz, and they've done other holidays during the year.
Do they talk to their captors, to the prison guards?
I think very, very minimally. They do not have a working vocabulary of Farsi, and it's because the interchange between the guards and the kids is very minimal.
What of the Iranian intelligence minister's suggestion of a prisoner swap?
This has been going on since October. We have heard the words espionage, and we've heard the words prisoner swap from October. The kids were taken the last day of July. So it is not news. It arrives, it disappears, it comes forward, it disappears, and nothing has come of it.
This is for Iranians in U.S. custody.
Yes,
the prisoner
yes,
swap. Yeah.
yes. The swap between our kids and Iranians in American prisons, yes. And so, of course, we always get terribly, alert and fearful of what will go on, but it has been going on for over 6-7 months. That sort of language of swaps and espionage.
And how is the U.S. government working to free your children?
You know, Amy, that's a good question. You know, we aren't privy to the information and what they're doing behind the scenes. You know, we hope they're doing absolutely everything they can. We, of course, we don't have the control that they have. We, of course, have to proceed in our humanitarian efforts. But I hope they're doing everything they can. And you know, that's kind of a closed door to us.
Have you met with Hillary Clinton?
Yes.
And what does she say?
You know, that they're doing everything they can. That's what we hear. We've met with her twice. No.
Josh's class, high school class, is organized. He was the high school president?
Yes. We have received fantastic support. The high school even count every morning in morning announcements in the high school. They do a number of days detained in the high school. His college friends, videos and poems sent to me for me to send to him.
Are you able to send him letters?
Absolutely.
Are they all getting their letters?
They're getting different numbers. They're getting direct members of the family. Those letters go through. Sarah said she's gotten about 60.
How important is this to her?
Oh, it's life-saving. She reads them over and over and over and over again, and she said it helps her to dream. You know, these are like images. They want images, and one of the things they asked us to do is they said, when you go home, please ask our friends and our supporters and our family to have a day of freedom for us, and then to write about it and try to get it back to us somehow. Enjoy their freedom, describe it to us in minute detail, whatever it is that you do, and give it back to us if you can, which is a nice request. We're going to try to do that.
And where do people send these letters?
To the website.
To the website, and we have a blog link that you put on.
That's freethehikers.org.
Yep.
Yes.
Cindy, last word.
Just again to ask everyone for their support and continue to the letter writing to the P.O. box, continue to put pressure on our government to do everything they possibly can. That's very important. Again, we have no control over what they're doing. We need to apply pressure.
I want to thank you all for being with us. Best of luck to you. Laura Fattal, mom of Josh Fattal, Cindy Hickey, mother of Shane Bauer, and Nora Shourd, mother of Sarah Shourd. This is Democracy Now! We'll be back